Welcome back, everybody. I'm Passport Nomad, your host, and today we're talking about wet season in the Philippines, which is also known as typhoon season. So every year here in the Philippines, we have wet season, aka typhoon season. This happens, I'm going to say, just about every year, if not a couple of times every year here in the Philippines. Like last year, I recall I made a video about this subject, and my whole front end of my entry to where I enter my condo complex was flooded in. Well, here I'm going to share a couple of videos with you guys showing exactly what is going on here in Manila. Without further ado, damn.
Southwest monsoon intensified by tropical storm, Karina continues to affect the Philippines, bringing heavy rains, strong winds, and widespread disruption. The storm, which has slightly weakened, now features sustained winds of 55 miles per hour, with gusts up to 70 miles per hour. Despite this reduction in intensity, the impact remains severe, particularly in the central and northern regions of the country. Flooding is widespread, with rivers breaching their banks and inundating communities. In major cities like Manila and Cebu, streets have turned into rivers, paralyzing transportation and leaving thousands stranded. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, NDRRMC, has reported that over 100,000 people have been evacuated to emergency shelters, but many remain at risk due to the continued rainfall. Infrastructure damage is extensive. Numerous roads and bridges are either submerged or damaged, complicating rescue and relief operations. Power outages are affecting areas, leaving many without electricity or means of communication. Efforts to restore power are ongoing, but challenging conditions have slowed progress. Emergency response teams are working around the clock to provide aid. The government, in coordination with local and international organizations, is distributing food, water, and medical supplies. Helicopter rescues are being conducted in the most isolated areas, where access by road is impossible. Meteorologists forecast that while Karina's intensity may continue to wane, the heavy rains will persist for the next 24 to 36 hours. Authorities are urging the public to remain cautious, follow evacuation orders, and stay updated through official channels. The full extent of Karina's impact will take time to assess, but the immediate focus remains on saving lives and providing relief to those.
As you can see, here's a scene from Boracay in the Philippines, a famous vacation spot known to all travelers. This is the first day that it rolled through, the first typhoon. The typhoon's name was Karen, I believe, and it's been raining ever since the 22nd. Today is now the 24th. I believe it's going to end on the 25th. But it has actually slowed a lot of business down and traffic, everything that comes along with a typhoon or a sea storm such as this. You know, this was all before it hit the mainland, and as you can see here, everything was calm and people were getting ready for it. People were either going home or they're trying to get to their jobs or whatever. And some people had to cancel certain vacation plans to jump to other islands because airports and transportation was closed off. And as you can see out front of my condo here, there's two different shots. They had people being either evacuated or rescued, and people that were trying to get to work. One shot's before, one shot's after the water had drained. But as you can see, this is all around different areas of the northern Philippines that this Typhoon Karen hit. And rivers were overflowing into streets. and canals and things like that. These guys they had a very tough time on their hands here. A lot of debris, a whole lot of cars and people. Their homes were being flooded out. This is just different streets, different locations around the northern islands of the Philippines, especially the capital here. People had to really get together and push their cars out of water and all sorts of stuff. I mean, some places the water goes all the way up to your waist. So, yeah, if you're staying here in the Philippines on vacation or living here, this is one of the things you got to get used to is wet season. This happens just about every year. Me, I prefer to stay in a high-rise condo so I don't have to be worried about things like this. Now, from what I gather, the Filipino citizens, they're used to this. They've grown up in this kind of weather and conditions every year, so they're used to it. Us travelers, we're not so used to it. But as you can see, some of them, these guys, they're having a good time out here. These are the citizens of the Philippines, and they take this time to, enjoy themselves. As you can see, they're riding currents of floodwater down the streets, and they're just it's crazy, but it's a good time for them. Some of them. So, but other guys, they still have to work or get to other places, or try to get back home to their families. So they do everything by every means necessary to get there. And as you can see, some stores stay open. Some people still work. The stores will stay open. You just got to go in there at your own risk and buy your food, make sure it's not wet. They moving everything from the bottom shelves to the top. But yeah, you can see that's what's going on here. So yeah, my advice to you, I wasn't fooling around when I said bring your umbrella, not only for wet season, but for dry season as well when it's hot. Well, with that said, I'm going to end this video for today. Just wanted to show you a little bit of how wet season is here as it goes in the Philippines. Well, with that said, thank you for watching today. Appreciate your time here. You can reach me at passportnomad17.com, gmail.com, and just send me any your thoughts or stories or experiences of your travel adventures, and I'll make a video up on it. But until then, as always, please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for your time. Have a great day and try to stay dry. This is Passport Nomad signing off.